Hi everyone, this video is called the interview Tryptophan Synthase edition part 1. Here we have our friend IG3P. He's seeking greener pastures, looking for a change in his life. He has been invited for an interview at the Tryptophan factory owned by PLP and Sons. So you can see it's a beautiful structure they have, a symmetrical building with 2 alpha departments, one at the front and one behind, and 2 beta departments, both in the middle, identical of course. Our friend IG3P advances and he walks through the door of the factory into the alpha department. There he encounters 2 members of HR, glutamic acid 49 and aspartate 60. About to introduce himself, they interrupt him, letting him know that they know who he is. They are aware of his arrival, and the only way he could have made it in there is by them inviting him. This is basically hinting at the fact that the alpha subunit of tryptophan synthase enzyme has a specificity for the substrate indoglycerol 3 phosphate. That's IG3P. They also make it clear that they are aware that he's in search of a life-changing opportunity here. And they let him know that their seniors are expecting him, that they run the place and have instructed them to reform him the best they can. He's basically hinting at the fact that the alpha subunit is activated by activities in the beta subunit. And the seniors being talked about here are the coenzyme in the beta subunit, pyridoxal phosphate, and the amino acids in the beta subunit that contribute to the further processing of the result of this interaction between IG3P and these 2 amino acids in the alpha subunit. Make it clear to him that this interaction will change him. As you can see, they're both flanking him, about to come in contact. They're close. He looks intimidated. He's scared. Make it clear that the interaction will unburden him. And then they touch him. Here we can see protons, electrons moving around. This is just an illustration of the interactions, protons, electrons moving between each of them. Whoops, something happens. Now we have Indo. Indo drops his bag labeled G3P. Indo is the result of the interaction between IG3P and the 2 members of HR. G3P and Indo being separate here simply means that IG3P is being cleaved into Indo and glyceraldehyde 3 phosphate. So the demonstration for the interaction. Now, this negative charge on aspartate 60, so you can see it's electron rich, so it can serve as a nucleophile. It picks up this hydrogen on IG3P, forcing this bond between the hydrogen and nitrogen to move here, and one bond pair of electrons from this double bond here, picks up this acidic hydrogen from glutamic acid 49, which will result in, now because the acidic hydrogen from glutamic acid has been picked up, becomes an anion, making it glutamate 49, and aspartic aspartate 60 became aspartic acid 60 because it gained the proton. Now the anion glutamate 49 can now serve as a nucleophile, picking up the acidic hydrogen from this OH group in this intermediate, forcing the bond between the oxygen and the H down here, which will eventually cleave this bond by forcing the electrons to move into this ring. The movement of the electrons into this ring forces one bond from this double bond to then move, pick up hydrogen, forcing these electrons back onto the oxygen. Now the result of this is, now as you can see, the amino acids in the active site, glutamic acid 49 and aspartate 60, have returned to their original state. That's illustrating one thing we know about enzymes: being biological catalysts. They go into reactions and come out unchanged. During the reaction, they may form different intermediates, but at the end, they appear the way they appeared before the reaction. Here we have our friend Indo saying he got small and lost his bag, and through that he was cleaved, basically separating him from his suitcase. G3P is indicating the cleavage, and of course cleaving Ig3P resulted in a smaller molecule that will be used, Indo. So that's the meaning of the reduction in size of our friend. Now aspartate 60 and glutamic acid 49 are directing our friend into the beta department, telling him to go further to meet the seniors that they're expecting him, and he advances. Part 2 will be continued. If you want some insight, some foreshadowing, what to expect, and check out some references, will do you some good. Until next time.